You are mad. Stupid. You are mad. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. God, I am naturally too much. Ìdúró mi gan-an sọ ṣé kò dẹ́rù bà ẹni. I am naturally too much. I will wear this on my head, on my body, everywhere. You are you to be not Caroline. You are very Caroline.
Cashing out this year, and you think I'm gonna miss going to a lousy, obnoxious, disrespectful, low-graded scum of the earth party? That's not gonna happen.
Hey! Woo! Lord have mercy. That was a lot. I mean, guys, at some point, I was really scared that Diadem and Mariam were going to go physical on each other. And I was so relieved that that did not happen. Although I did not like the fact that they were actually hurling insults at each other. It was not necessary at all. It was just overblown. It was just overblown. That whole situation should not have gotten out of hand like that. Yes. But guys, let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. Yeah. See, as much as I believe that Diadem needs to sort out her differences with Caroline, away from whatever issue Caroline has gotten going on with Dabota, in this case, in this issue between herself and Mariam, I think Mariam was at fault. Yeah. Now, I understand Mariam was being Mariam. It was sort of expected from Mariam or any other female right there. I mean, Laura did not call Caroline, but she chatted Caroline, right? But we knew it was expected that Mariam was definitely going to call Caroline. Yeah, we knew that she was going to do that, yes. But the mistake she made was not either taking that phone call outside to speak to Caroline or not listening to Diadem's request that they should just die the matter, that they shouldn't even talk about it. Why? Because Sophia had raised it up. I think Sophia tried to raise it up and Diadem said, no, they should not talk about it because it was going to put her in a bad mood. Remember, it's her event. Laura had also tried to bring it up. Diadem had done the same thing, shut it down because she did not want them to talk about Caroline because it could actually unearth a lot more, negativity and it would definitely blow out of proportion. And then Mariam arrives and decided to be the one to go all out to call Caroline, even when the host, Diadem, had pleaded that they should not talk about it. Mariam was at fault. Now, she probably had good intentions because she actually explained herself that in Ghana, she had had a talk with Diadem. Diadem had said one or two things, but then the moment Caroline came out of her room, she had complimented Caroline on how she looked. And so for her, that translated to them being on good terms. She thought that they were cool with each other, And so she probably felt like, what's going on? Okay, let me call Caroline to find out. Did Diadem invite Caroline and Caroline did not want to show up? Okay, Caroline is my girl. Let me scold her. So fine. She probably had her reasons. But when the host says, let's not spoil the mood. Let's not talk about it. Don't bother. I felt like Mariam should have listened to Diadem. No matter what her intentions were, she should have listened to Diadem. Because guys, the way that whole thing blew out of proportion, it was just completely unnecessary. It wouldn't have gotten to that extent. It was unnecessary. And also, coming to Diadem, guys, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Diadem needs to learn to calm down. I totally agreed with Mariam when Mariam said that Diadem was doing too much. Yeah. And by doing too much, if I am not wrong, I believe she meant that Diadem is always very, she gets easily aggravated. Yeah, she gets easily aggravated. And when she gets aggravated, her tone gets a bit aggressive. I believe that's what Mariam was trying to explain. And I totally agree. Because this is not the first time someone is, trying to have a conversation with Diadem and Diadem is completely blowing hot. She easily blows off. Like, It's like she can't really control her emotions. And you see, for people who cannot control their emotions, they can easily be swayed, they can easily be manipulated. And if you watch, guys, if you've been watching this show from the very first episode, you will see that Diadem has been easily manipulated by the situation, happening around her, especially involving Dabota. She really needs to check her emotions. She needs to put a check on it, like peg it. Learn how to manage her emotions, learn how to control her reactions. Otherwise, she's going to become easily predictable and people will be able to toss and turn her around however way they want. Yes. But I still maintain that Mariam was kind of wrong in this case. She was wrong. I mean, by now she knows that Diadem overreacts. So if Diadem said, let's not talk about it, I don't want to talk about it, don't call Caroline, she should have listened. Because guys, I would even be upset. Mariam pulling out her phone, calling Caroline, and the first thing Caroline is saying is, I think she said, who is that one? That is very condescending. Yeah. And this is not the first time that Caroline is being condescending towards Diadem. I am very sure that if it was Sophia or Laura, Caroline would not have said that. Caroline saying on phone, who is that one? It came with a heavy tone of condescension there. It's like this small girl. And come on, even though Diadem is young, she's still a mother. She's somebody's mom. She's a woman. And all of them there, the one thing they have in common is that they are all mothers. So it doesn't really matter the age. At the end of the day, they all have daughters. They are all mothers. So I felt like Caroline's way of, referring to Diadem, it was just really condescending. And if I was Diadem and I was sat there and I heard Caroline address me in that manner and in that tone, I would also be upset. I would also be aggravated because I had warned that we should not bring it up. We should not bring up Caroline's talk. We should not even talk about it. But then Mariam decided to be the hot-headed one that went ahead to do it, and look at where it led to. Guys, to be quite frank with you, when people are aggravated like that, you can't really dictate their reaction. And that is the reason I will not really blame Diadem for her reaction. Although I still maintain that she needs to learn to control her emotions so that she's not easily manipulated by people that knows that she's very quick to reacting. Yes, even though I believe that, I still stand by the fact still that I do not really blame her for her reaction 100% because that was really provoking. Very, very provocative. It was just completely unnecessary. It was completely unnecessary. But sadly, it happened. It happened. And I'm kind of really worried, for Diadem especially because Mariam has decided to unleash, her petty side. Because this is not the first time that Diadem, would go off on her like that. So I wonder what will happen in the coming episodes. Already, we've seen a snippet of the next episode where Diadem wore a shirt with raccoon written on it, and we remember that Faith Murray had called Mariam a raccoon last season. So this is gonna really piss off Mariam. It's really gonna piss off Mariam, and I cannot wait to see her reaction. But guys, I would love to hear your thoughts about this one. How would you analyze this particular situation? Who do you think was wrong? Do you think Mariam did the right thing? Do you think that Diadem overreacted, or do you think she was in her right to react the way she reacted? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, still on this episode, ladies and gentlemen, watching Caroline showing her receipts to Laura and Dabota sharing her own receipts to Mariam about both their issues with each other. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be frank with you. I feel like I'm done. At this point, I'm done trying to figure out who is wrong and who is right, or who is lying and who is not lying. Because guys, it's like when you're listening to Caroline, there's a whole lot of things that she's, unearthing. When you listen to Dabota, there's a whole lot of things she's also unearthing as well. So there's a whole lot between those two. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't think we will ever know who is truly right or wrong in this situation. I'm done trying to judge their matter because it's a lot. It is a lot. Caroline showed her receipts to Laura, and for Laura, she doesn't want to involve herself because she does not really care that much, and she believes that there's a lot going on between those two people, and so she would rather not involve herself. And guys, I believe that that is the best path to toe. For Mariam as well, she believes that Dabota and Caroline, they should just have a sit down and, resolve their differences. But guys, let's not forget that A is involved here. And so long as Dabota is still friends with A, it's going to be extremely difficult for Caroline to come to terms with, the fact that, there could be a friendship between herself and Dabota. Likewise, Dabota. For Dabota, she and Caroline can never be friends, because when Caroline came to her house, she saw A, they hugged and greeted each other, and Caroline ate the food she prepared for her, and then it was 2 months later that Caroline is bringing up all of these issues. For Caroline, there's a whole lot. So we don't even know who is lying. We don't know who is telling the truth. And guys, I'm having a headache already. I'm sick and tired of trying to resolve this issue, like trying to analyze or break the whole situation, like who is right, who is. I'm done. I'm not going to do that anymore. The only thing now is I'm going to wait for a reunion and see if production is going to bring out more receipts, about this situation. Because at this point, it's a whole lot and I am done. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this analysis. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. So please go ahead and share, and I will see you guys on another video. Just to inform all of you, I am currently reviewing the 3rd season of Young, Famous and African. So if you are interested in the show, go ahead and catch up on my reviews. I have reviewed up until episode 4. Yes, there's 4 more episodes to go. So go ahead, join us. The videos are here on my channel. Go ahead. I would love to see your thoughts in the comment section below of those videos. All right. And yeah, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening and bye.